Good morning, students. The last video I had sent was your poetry. We have finished a part of our short stories, part of our poetry. Now we come back to our main drama, that is The Tempest. Even in The Tempest, through the videos, I have sent you all 5-6 videos in which I had covered Act 4, Scene 1. There's only one act, a very important act, remind it. And today we will be starting the last act, the last scene of our play, The Tempest. In today's video, rather than going straight to the context of the play, I would be giving you all a brief summary of the act and scene. Act 5, Scene 1. So that whenever you all have to briefly recollect for any exams or whatever, you all can just go to the video and get an idea about this particular act and scene. So without much delay, I'll start today's part. Now we see that Prospero has nearly come to the end of his plan. He is a very kind-hearted, good human being. The purpose for which he had set the Tempest has now been accomplished. He has achieved almost whatever he has been wanting to achieve. Now is the time for forgiveness. So now he has decided to forgive all the wrongdoers and to let them know the truth about his whereabouts, his existence, right? So Prospero is satisfied to see that his project is maturing in the right direction. That is, first, punishing the wrongdoers. Second, getting Ferdinand to fall in love with his daughter, giving it a happy ending. He is satisfied with all the projects that he has set out with. They have almost been accomplished. Everything is according to plan. Everything is going fine now. And his magic charms are working satisfactory and his spirits are working. The power of his magic, which he had tremendous power, is working. All the spirits, Ariel and other spirits that he had control over, were all obediently following his instructions, doing whatever was commanded to be done. And overall, he is satisfied and content with the entire scene that is happening in front of him. He asks Ariel about the condition of the courtiers. Now, he is worried about his brother and the other king of Naples and other prince and all these things. So he's asking Ariel about their condition, whether they are fine, whether they are facing difficulties, in what type of situation are they at the moment. Ariel is the one who is controlling everything. Ariel is the one who is taking his commands and completing his will. Ariel informs him that they are all frozen in place in sorrowful poses. So Ariel tells him that he has got them all under his charm. At this present moment, they are all in a position of remorse, that is pastava or regret. They are all regretting whatever they have done in the past. They don't know the present situation, what is happening now, but they are right now in this regretful mode, right? So he orders Ariel to release them from the magic charm and bring them back to the normal condition. So Ariel told him that right now they are all in this situation. I have got them completely under my charm. Whatever I am telling them to do, they are obediently doing it, following it, and they have not got their own senses. They are doing things according to my wish. Immediately Prospero orders Ariel, okay, that's enough now. Go and give them their natural instincts. Let them become normal again, to follow their own instincts, to do what they want. So make them normal again, okay? To release them from the magic charm and bring them back to their normal condition, like they can think logically, do what they want normally. in a soliloquy. Soliloquy is just like a speech one makes to himself. Prospero says that he is going to give up magic. Now he is 99% of his mission has been accomplished. And now after Ariel leaves to do this last bit of work, Prospero, in this speech of his, which he is talking to himself, he has said that enough is enough. Very soon he wants to give up his magic. Imagine the thing that he could take control of, the magical powers for which he was controlling nature, controlling every other power. He was now willing to give that up. He declares that he will break his magic wand. Magic wand is that santi, or that type of stick like these magicians have in their hands. They control their magic with that stick. So he is saying that he is come to the extent of breaking that stick. He no longer wants to use it. He no longer wants to have the power of magic within himself. So he is willing to even break that stick. So Prospero said that he is going to give up magic. He declares that he will break his magic wand, bury it beneath the earth, and sink his books of magic in the sea. That's his wish. That after breaking this, he does not want it to fall in the hands of anyone else. He will make a hole. That is just saying it. He will make a hole, put that magic wand in the hole, cover it up. That will be the end of his magic. And no one after him would be in a position to use that magic wand. As far as his magical books, remember, all his magical books were brought onto this island secretly by Gonzalo, his faithful servant. Gonzalo put them in his boat, and like that they came here with him. He feels that he no longer wants or requires the books. So another thing he wants to do, he does not want it to fall in the hands of anyone else. So he wants to go deep in the sea, throw them into the sea. They can get sunk to the bottom of the sea. That would be the end of his books. No one after him would be using those magical books. He does not want magic to be of any use now. Ariel comes back along with the courtier. Now Ariel goes, takes that magic, that spell out of all the courtiers. They are all following him back to Prospero, thinking normally, logically. Ariel comes back along with his courtiers and makes them stand inside a charmed circle. He's still having some influence on them. He makes a demarcation. He lets them all stand within that particular charmed circle where he can still have a bit of control over them. Then Prospero gradually brings them out of their induced sleep. After that, Ariel looks at Prospero. Prospero, looking at all of them, including his brother, his nephew and others, he feels sad for them, their condition. With his magical power, the last time he's going to use it, he brings them out of this trance. Trance is a forced sleep that they were being subjected to. So he brings them out of this magical charm. Okay, he takes off his magic robe and appears before them as the Duke. And for the first time, he takes off his magical robe since he does not require it anymore, and he appears to them as Prospero. Up till now, all the while that they have been on this island, they did not know that Prospero was also present here. Now he lets them know that he is well, hale and hearty, living on this island. So he takes this magical robe off. They can see him clearly. On looking at him, on seeing him on this island, they are stunned, because in their minds, Prospero was dead. They just cannot fathom, they cannot believe that Prospero is well and living on this island, right? He takes off his magic robes and appears before them as the Duke of Milan, because he is the rightful Duke of Milan. His brother Antonio has usurped the dukedom from him. Prospero reveals his true identity to the courtiers after they come out of. Now he lets them come out of their induced sleep slowly. Once he finds they are all normal, hale and hearty, he then tells them, lets them know that he is the actual Prospero, the rightful Duke of Milan. Okay. Alonso gives back his dukedom to him and begs for now. Immediately, Alonso has a feeling of regret, and there and then, through regret, he returns back to Prospero his rightful dukedom. He said, I don't want it. You are the rightful Duke of Milan. Here your dukedom is back to you. Okay. Prospero greets Gonzalo and welcome now. He is only happy with Gonzalo, his faithful servant. So Prospero greets him in a very, very friendly way and hugs him because he is absolutely grateful to Gonzalo for his existence today. But he tells Antonio and Sebastian that he could expose their treachery conspiracy to kill the king. And he also tells his brother and Sebastian that if I want, I can tell Antonio, the king of Milan, about your plan to eliminate him also. I will not do that, but he won't do so. He says, but then this is all secretly spoken. He said, I can tell him that you people tried to kill him also, but I'm not going to do that. I want that you should also regret for your actions. He is ready to forgive Antonio for his crime against him, but he demands that they should recognize his right to get his kingdom. So I am willing to forgive you all, but yes, you all will have to take me to be the rightful Duke of Milan. Once you all wholeheartedly accept me back as the rightful Duke of Milan, I am ready to forgive you all. Prospero then says that he has lost his daughter. He then tells him that he has lost his daughter. His daughter is not lost. Miranda is not dead, right? Miranda, just as Alonso has lost his son, and he is bringing it to a climax. It's just like Alonso has lost his son Ferdinand. I have also lost my daughter. After a while, Prospero reveals that Ferdinand and Miranda are playing chess in there. After some time, he reveals the truth that in reality they are not dead, and if the father wants to confirm it, he can enter the cave, his Prospero's cell, and have a look at them. At this moment, they were both engrossed in a game of chess, playing a game of chess in Prospero's cave. Okay, and so if you want to confirm, go in, check the two up. Okay. Then he says, Ferdinand says that he has chosen Miranda, for they all go in. Ferdinand is brave enough to tell his father that he has chosen Miranda to be his wife, and he is in love with her, and he wants to marry her with their permission, with their blessings also. Ferdinand's father gives his, immediately Alonso gives his son his blessing. He is ready for this marriage nuptials to take part. Okay. Then Ariel comes and informs that the ship and all its crew are safe in a harbor nearby. Ariel comes for the last time, informs Prospero that the ship is ready. Now the ship was put into a harbor. All the sailors, the captain, were forcefully put to sleep. All have been woken up. The ship has come, ready to take them all back to Milan as a happy unit. Okay. Ariel brings in Caliban, Stefano, Trinculo. All these are also rivals of Prospero. Caliban asks for pardon. Caliban, imagine, is asking for forgiveness. Prospero asks Caliban to return to his cell, and Alonso tells Stefano and Trinculo to return to their stolen clothes. Prospero invites all to spend the evening within this cave. Now it's going to be a happy ending. So Prospero said, all of you, come over in the evening. We will have a celebration, right? Prospero invites all to spend the evening, and because the next day they all plan to leave back in the ship that was already ready for them. Prospero gives his final command to Ariel to provide calm seas and favorable winds on their return. The last work of Ariel was that now they are leaving. Ariel is going to get back his freedom also. But one very important last work that he tells Ariel is that when we go back, see that the sea is calm. We face no more hurdles. We have no more difficulties. So right from this island to our home, there should be calm sea. A peaceful journey should be experienced by all of them because they have already had a tough time. Okay. He tells him that after the completion of this task, he will get. He says, this is the last work I'm ever going to ask you. After this, you are free to do what you want to. In this epilogue, that's the end part, Prospero says that since he has no magic power, he must be allowed to leave the island and return home. He says since he has come to the island, he has been using this magical power, but now since he has given up the power of magic, not forcefully but willingly, he now wishes to return back to his dukedom without any magical power, to live a peaceful and a calm life forever and ever. So that is the brief summary of Act 5, Scene 1. You will be slowly, we will be doing it. You will be getting your notes and able to understand it in a better way. Till the next video, goodbye. God bless.